Welcome, foolish mortals. There's no turning back now.
That's right. Welcome, 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 foolish mortals. There is no turning back now. And why would you want to, really? I mean, come on. You are listening to the Disney Life Happy Wife podcast. How's everybody doing this week? So I hope your week, your week is off to a great start. I know that mine is. It is post-holidays. Emily's back in school. We had a little blip last week, I guess we'll say. She was in school after the holidays and everything, and then her school district decided that they were going to go virtual for the end half of the week, I guess we'll say. So she ended up being home, but she's back in school, and she's loving it because she likes to be in school probably more than she likes to be home with me. So far, so good on this week. So I hope that you guys are having a great week. If you're not, hopefully this podcast can turn it all around for you. Give you a little bit of a bright spot in your week, listening to me talk about Disney. Like I said, this is the Disney Life Happy Wife podcast, the podcast where we talk about all things Disney, not just Disney parks, not just Disney travel, not just Disney toys or merchandise. I talk about all things Disney. If it's Disney related, then I'm going to talk about it. And if you have listened to my podcast and you think that there is a part of Disney that I have not talked about in length, and you would like to hear me talk about it, please, please, please send me a message, whether it's on email, social media, my blog, anything. At the end of the episode, I will tell you all the ways that you can contact me. But please let me know. I would love to know what I can improve on and what you guys would like to hear more about. So there you go. And who am I? Well, I'm Kristen, your host with the most, and you know me, if it's a Disney life, then I'm a happy wife. So on a previous episode, I took you guys through how I would spend my perfect day at one of Walt Disney World's parks. It was the Magic Kingdom. So I thought I would do that again, except different park, obviously. This week, in this episode, I am going to take you through my perfect day at Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is one of my favorite parks. I absolutely love it, probably because I'm an animal lover. So I love going there. It's awesome. And so yeah, I thought that'd be a good one for number 2. So without further ado, we'll get into it. I am going to be talking about some things that either are currently closed. They may be permanently closed. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out, I guess. But I'm going to be talking about all things that, I've seen that I love in Animal Kingdom. So we'll go there, and I'll tell you guys all the things that I have loved and still love and all of that good stuff. So let's start our day in Animal Kingdom. So first thing in the morning, and I'm walking into Animal Kingdom. It doesn't necessarily have to be, rope drop or anything like that. It's just, the beginning of my day. So walk into Animal Kingdom, and I'm immediately filled with all the amazing sights and sounds that you know when you walk into Animal Kingdom. There's nothing like walking in and walking over the bridge and seeing the Tree of Life. It's breathtaking. It's like walking into Magic Kingdom and seeing Cinderella's castle, really. So walking in, feeling all those feels, all those feelings coming back, all those memories that I've had of previous trips coming back to me and all of the good stuff. And I just can't help but be happy walking into Animal Kingdom. And I'm hungry, so I'm going to head straight for breakfast. And the first place that I'm going to go for breakfast is Tusker House. So Tusker House is a restaurant that's located in the Africa region in Animal Kingdom. It's a character dining experience restaurant. And I mean, there's nothing better than starting your day having breakfast with Mickey, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, how could it? How could it get? I mean, maybe if Minnie and Pluto were there, if they were all there, I mean, I guess that would make it better. But I mean, you have those 4. It's just awesome. And besides that, they are dressed in their super adorable adventure/safari wear. So lots of khaki and green and explorer hats. They just look adorable. So start off your day that way. So this character experience has always been a favorite of ours, strictly because I think we've only been to one other dining experience where you've been able to have Donald and Daisy at the same time. But my daughter, Emily, loves Donald and Daisy. She just loves them. They are her favorites, and being able to go have breakfast at a place where she can see both of them is just the best. She just gets so excited about seeing them, and I get so excited that she's so excited. So we definitely love going there just for that, really. But besides, you know, seeing those amazing characters, Tusker House also has such an amazing buffet. Now, right now, as of the pandemic, they're not really doing buffets quite so much. I know when I was there in October, I was lucky enough to go to Crystal Palace in Magic Kingdom, and the buffet was back. But I know that a lot of places aren't doing them. They're doing family style. So it's the buffet at Tusker House has always been one of my favorites, simply because they have such an amazing variety. When you have a picky eater, having a really big variety is just so key, you know, having something for everybody. So if I can get things for Emily and she's happy, and then there's stuff for a more extensive palate like my husband, who, you know, likes so many different things, it's great that they can do both, that they can satisfy both people. So right now, like I said, things have changed a little bit. They don't have the buffet right now, but hopefully they will have that very, very soon. But they do have a family style breakfast where they bring out platters of food. They have a pastry basket right now. It has safari bread, multigrain croissants, and cornbread with whipped butter, chocolate hazelnut spread, and strawberry preserves, which sounds absolutely delicious. Then they have a variety of fresh fruits that are accompanied by a honey yogurt sauce. And as I guess we'll say, a main dish, they have the breakfast platter, which is scrambled eggs, Mickey and Simba waffles, and Durban chicken and egg curry with jasmine rice served with bacon, sausage, and roasted potatoes. They do also have a plant-based version for anybody who needs that. They also have a select array, I guess we'll say, of beverages as well. They have alcoholic, non-alcoholic, and specialty drinks, so they can, you know, quench any thirst. They have this one, I was looking at the menu recently because, you know, next time we go to Disney, I hopefully will be able to go to Tusker House, and they have this one drink. I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong. The Nagumu Jungle Juice. It is Snow Leopard Vodka, Bull's Peach Schnapps, and Tusker House Jungle Juice. I need to try that because that sounds amazing. So I definitely have to try that. Looking at that menu and hearing about what they have at Tusker House for food, it's so easy to see and hear that they have such great variety for everybody. Mickey waffles and bacon. Okay, Emily's done. Fresh fruit, Emily's done. She's good. Everything else, like everything on there, I know my husband and I would eat. So Tusker House, you just can't go wrong. After a hearty breakfast, I would then head into Africa. My first stop would be seeing the Festival of the Lion King. It is probably my favorite show in all of Walt Disney World. And I know that's big. I know that's saying something. It's my favorite show. Just the sights, you know, they bring the Lion King to life in this show that they've got. Different songs of the Lion King, Circle of Life, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Just, it's so great. Plus they bring some of the characters and you see Timon and Pumbaa and Simba, and It's wonderful. The acrobatics, the dancing, they get the crowd involved. It's perfect. There's something for everybody. I have such a great story of when one of the first times that we saw Festival of the Lion King, one of the monkeys that was in it wanted to come over to Emily and ask her to be in the show, part of the show at the end, where they bring kids into the show, and they walk around with like noisemakers and maracas and that kind of stuff. And he came up to Emily and came like right up to her when she wasn't looking, and she turned and he was there and she screamed. And my husband and I thought it was hilarious, but we also felt really bad for her. So it was really funny. But we love Festival of the Lion King. If you love the Lion King movie, then you definitely can't go wrong with this. So it's no wonder that it's definitely my first stop after a good hearty breakfast. So after that, I'm in the mood to see some animals, aren't you? So I would head right over to Kilimanjaro Safaris. It's probably my favorite ride in Animal Kingdom, and it's so weird to say that. I mean, it is a ride. You're on something, you're riding through it. But you're checking out the animals that they have there on their safari. And the past couple of times that I've been, we've been lucky enough to see the lions, though they can be hit or miss. So that was really exciting. I think the last time I went, I actually got to hear the lions. Sometimes they're just laying out and they're just sleeping, but the last time we went, we got to actually hear them, and that was really cool. So I was really excited about that. And it's always, whenever we go, how close will the giraffes be? Will we get to see the elephants? Will we get to see the lions? It's always kind of a hit or miss, which, you know, it's never the same. So it's usually the same animals. I don't think that they've added any new ones. You get to see if maybe there's any babies or anything like that. So that's always exciting. I love going on the safari and seeing all the animals. Emily does too. When she was a baby, we would take her, or when she was a toddler, we would take her on that. And because it's kind of a longer ride, even though it's kind of bumpy, she would fall asleep. And she would miss the whole thing. But now that she's older, she doesn't miss it. So it's very exciting to be able to share that with her. And Emily, I swear, is going to be a zookeeper someday. A zookeeper, or she's going to do something with animals because she loves animals so much. So I can't wait to see what she does with that. So we'll see. We have a running joke that she's going to be a zookeeper down in Animal Kingdom in Disney, and she's going to take care of the otters. She's going to be the otter keeper, or she's going to be the duck keeper. If you know about the Disney ducks, maybe they need a wrangler, and Emily's the perfect person for the job. Okay, so after going on the safari, I would then definitely take a walk through the Maharaja Jungle Trek and Gorilla Falls. I love those treks. I love going through those trails and seeing all the different animals. Of course, the gorillas, and of course the tigers. I'm a big cat fan. I love cats. I'm a cat lady. I have no problem saying it. And for me, I love cats of all sizes. House cats to big cats. So, and out of big cats, snow leopards and tigers are my favorite. So I always have to go check out the tigers, see if they're around, and go see them and spend a few minutes just hanging out there and hopefully getting a peek at them. So once I've had my fill of animals, which, you know, is never really filled, I then would head over to probably one of my favorite areas in Animal Kingdom. It's relatively new. I say relatively, but it's been there for years. And that's Pandora, the land of Avatar. I was so excited when I heard that Disney was making Pandora. I love the Avatar movie. I thought it was so awesome. So when I heard that they were doing this, I was all about it. I was so excited. So something that not everybody would know about me is that I get motion sickness. I can't ride roller coasters. I can't do big drops. I just have very extreme anxiety about them, and I get motion sick really easy. So, unfortunately, out of the two rides that they have in Animal Kingdom, I can't ride one of them, and that is Flights of Passage. It's a ride where you're simulated to be on the back of a banshee from Avatar and riding it through Pandora, and unfortunately, I can't do that. I because I have heard if you get motion sickness to not ride that ride. So I don't. I've heard it's kind of like Soarin', but like to an extreme next level. But we'll see. Yeah, maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll get to ride it. But for right now, no. But there is another ride in Pandora, and that is the Knobby River Journey. So you take a slow-moving water ride through Pandora's bioluminescent rainforest. You see the amazing sights and sounds of Pandora, see some Pandoran animals, and then, excuse me, then you come along the famous Knobby shaman, and you can literally, like, she's chanting and singing, and you can feel her connection with the life force of Pandora. And it's just amazing how they've created this world. And it's so unbelievably amazing to see it. And it's one of my favorite rides, so I love it. I love being able to go there, and I love that when we do it, and I go with Emily, and she gets to see it, she gets so amazed by everything. She's a little kind of, she doesn't like the dark, so she's a little bit like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. But then she sees it, and she's all excited about it. So it's a slow-moving ride that takes you into this magical world, and I'm so excited that they have it. So after the ride's over, it's time to head over to get some lunch. And in doing that, excuse me, I know I just had a moment of silence there. For those who are watching on YouTube, you saw me take a drink of water. But so I'm still in Pandora, just gone on the Knobby River Journey. It is time to go get some lunch. So I'm heading over to a fabulous quick serve restaurant over in Pandora, and that's Cetuli Canteen. Now, the last time I was in Disney in October, I got to try Cetuli Canteen for the very first time. Excuse me. I was able to try Cetuli Canteen for the very first time. I've gone there with my husband and Emily before, and we've looked at it, but we've never tried the food there, just because Emily is always such a picky eater. We've never actually tried it. So, in October, I actually got to try it, and I got to try it using the mobile order addition to the My Disney Experience app, and it was awesome. If you can order through that, if you can use that app, that part of the app, I definitely recommend it. So definitely go ahead and do that. So Cetuli Canteen is a lunch or dinner restaurant, and the food there is considered American, but it's got an Avatar Pandora twist. So when I was there, I got the cheeseburger steamed pods with the crunchy veggie slaw, and just imagine a delicious cheeseburger inside of a little bao bun. So they kind of, put a little twist on it, and it was so good. In hindsight, I would have gotten, you can either get the cheeseburger pods, you can either get them with veggie chips and the slaw, or you can get double slaw or double chips. And I would have gotten both. I would have gotten the chips and the slaw if I had, in hindsight. I had just gotten just the, just the slaw. So, in hindsight, I would have gotten both if I had, if I could go back. But it was delicious. And, I mean, you can't go wrong with bao buns, in my opinion. So, if you know me, you know that I love bao buns. They are amazing. So, yeah. I love the cheeseburger pods. If you haven't had them, you definitely need to. I also got the chocolate cake that they have for dessert, and it was so good. It was probably one of the best desserts that I ever got. So I would definitely recommend trying that if you haven't. So if the cheeseburger pods and chocolate cake, which I don't know who doesn't like chocolate cake, but if those seem to not be your style, they also have a lot of different options as well. They have a beef or chicken bowl that you could get for an entree, which look really good. And for dessert, they have a blueberry cream cheese mousse that you can get. I've seen, it looks blue on the outside. It looks so cool. I'm not a huge blueberry fan, so I probably wouldn't get it, but I'd probably try and get my husband to get it, you know, when we went. And they also have kids, they have them thought of as well. They have plenty of options for them. I think they have pods for the cheeseburger kind of pods for the kids. They also have hot dogs that are wrapped in kind of, I think, the same kind of like pod type dough, maybe. I didn't get to see one of those, but they have those too. So that's really cool. If you're looking for a great place for lunch when you're in Animal Kingdom, definitely check it out. It's definitely on my list for my perfect day. So after lunch, I'm going to take a few steps over to another place that's in Pandora. It's called Pangu, and I'm going to get myself one of my absolute favorite treats in Walt Disney World, the Night Blossom. Now, Pangu is kind of a quick service stand. They've got some food items there for breakfast and lunch and dinner, just kind of snacky type stuff. But what you really go there for is this amazing Night Blossom drink. It is a frozen drink that has, I mean, it's green and purple, and it has these little orange passion fruit boba balls on top of it, and it's really cool looking. The flavors, so it is apple and desert pear limeade, frozen, and then it has the boba balls on top. Very cool looking. I love it, and I'm kind of picky when it comes to stuff, so if I like it, you know it's got to be good. So I definitely recommend trying it. If you've never tried it, definitely go there the next time you're in Animal Kingdom and get that. You can also get it if you're over 21. You can get it with a splash of alcohol and make it an adult beverage. So definitely check them out. Every time that I get it, I don't get it with alcohol, just in case Emily wants to be adventurous and take a sip. But every time we go and I get it, Emily loves the little boba balls on top, and she loves to take them and pop them. So she's like, "Mommy, can I have those? And can I pop that?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." She loves those. I love them too. So definitely, if you've never been there, you have to check it out. So go check that out. So after my time in Pandora, I'm going to head out and go over to Asia and see one of my favorite shows. So I've already seen Festival of the Lion King. That's my absolute favorite. But I also love another one that includes live animals in it, and that is Up, A Great Bird Adventure. I'm not sure if that's still running because of the pandemic. So if it is, you'll definitely have to let me know. If you've been to Disney and you've seen it recently, you definitely have to let me know. I'm a big fan of birds. I love birds. You know, I love cats, but I love birds as well. So seeing this is really great. In this show, you sit in the audience and you see these amazing birds. And they tell you all about the birds, but they have a little bit of a Disney twist on it, of course, where you are there with two of your favorite characters from the Disney movie Up. Adventurers at heart. They are Russell and Doug. And I mean, come on. Russell and Doug, they are the best. So having them there to make the show even more fun is just awesome. So if you've never seen Up, A Great Bird Adventure in Animal Kingdom, go check that out. It is so much fun. And it's a great show just to kind of sit, and you get this amazing show where you get to learn all about these birds that you might not know about. We've seen the bald eagle there, and it's so cool for Emily to sit there and learn about birds, and even myself, I get to learn something new about birds, which is great. So I love that, and it's no wonder that it's going to be in my perfect day, because come on. So some more places that I would definitely visit in Animal Kingdom, not necessarily in order. They could be thrown in there wherever. The Tree of Life. If you have not gone around and checked out the Tree of Life, I highly recommend it. Before my last visit to Walt Disney World, I had never had the opportunity to go up and walk around and check out the Tree of Life. I've never gotten too close to it to see everything, and I was amazed. I went in October, and of course I was by myself, so I was checking it out, and I was looking at just the carvings on the tree, and I was just amazed. Pretty soon I'm going to have a blog post up on my blog, The Disney Roadie Mom. So it's Disney Roadie, RHODY, mom.com. I'm going to have a blog post up pretty soon, and I'll have pictures that I took of the Tree of Life. So you'll definitely have to check that out. I'll definitely let everybody know when that blog post is up. And it's so incredible, the Tree of Life. If you have never had a chance to check it out, definitely go check it out. I highly recommend it. It's just beautiful. You know, you don't necessarily have to go. I know around inside the Tree of Life is the attraction. It's Tough to Be a Bug, I think that's what it's called. And I'm not a bug person, so I've never seen that show, and I heard that it scares the pants off little kids, so I would never take Emily. So I've never seen that show, so I've never really gotten up to the Tree of Life. But being able to walk around and check it out and see the different carvings that they have just make it so wonderful. I love going over. Now, I'm going to throw another thing out there on my perfect day. This kind of would be a perfect day if Emily was with me. The Boneyard over in Dinoland, USA. Over there is one of our favorite places. It's a big play area for kids. There's slides, and there's stuff to climb on, and there's stuff to play with, and Emily loves it. She loves a good playground. So that's pretty much what the Boneyard is. It's a very big playground for kids. I'm not sure if it's open with the pandemic and everything. But in my perfect day, if my perfect day Emily's with me, then that's definitely a place that we're going to check out. I love, you know, seeing her play and have so much fun, you know, at a playground pretty much while we're in Disney. Another thing on my list, Kali River Rapids. It's a thrilling raft ride, splashing around in Asia, and if you don't want to get wet, do not go on this ride, because you will go on it. You may not necessarily get drenched, soaked, but you will definitely get wet. So if you don't want to, don't do it. I always say that if it's like a colder Disney day, then I don't want to go on it because I don't want to get wet and walk around and be wet and cold. But it's definitely a favorite. I love it. I think the last time I went on it, though, was when Em was a baby, because she couldn't go on it yet. I think she's at the height where she could go on it, so hopefully we'll try and get her on that soon. But we'll see. It's definitely on my list of things to do in my perfect Animal Kingdom day. Next on my list has to be the Finding Nemo musical. I don't know that it's open right now, but I have loved it. We've seen it a few times, and it's so cute. Just putting Finding Nemo to music, I mean, it's so adorable. I love it. I love Finding Nemo. I love those characters. How do you not fall in love with Dory, like, right away? Through the grapevine, I heard a rumor that they are going to try and revamp it. So I don't know if they're going to try and do Finding Nemo and Finding Dory together in a musical, and do that and see what happens. Because that would be great to introduce some of the characters from Finding Dory in that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If the Finding Nemo musical is open when you go to Disney, definitely check it out. It's a great way, especially if it's hot, it's a great idea to go in and get out of the heat and sit there for a little bit, cool down, bring a drink, and it's great. And especially if your kids love Finding Nemo, it's awesome. So definitely go check that out. So I've mentioned a couple of places to eat, get a snack or a drink and some food. So if I wasn't going to those places, here are a few other places that I would go and get a snack. Flame Tree Barbecue, one of the best barbecue places in Walt Disney World. If you have never had their pulled pork macaroni and cheese, they used to have a pulled pork French fry snack, like pulled pork and cheese and French fries, and it was so good. I know I've had that with my husband before. But the pulled pork macaroni and cheese is so good. You definitely have to check it out. Definitely check out Flame Tree if you're not checking out any of the other amazing places that I've talked about. Also, the I'm not going to pronounce this right. Anandapur. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. Ice cream truck. Some of the best ice cream in Disney. So definitely check that one out as well. Any place that you can get a good cup of coffee in Animal Kingdom is always good for me because I love coffee. So definitely check those out. So with everything that's going on, dinner time is rolling around. So where am I going for dinner? Yak and Yeti, of course. Yak and Yeti has been a favorite. Every time we go to Animal Kingdom, we always go to Yak and Yeti. It is an Asian flair restaurant, Asian food, Pan-Asian, whatever you want to call it. It's wonderful. We've gone there many, many times, and we always recommend it to people if anybody asks, hey, where do you guys go to eat in Animal Kingdom? Yak and Yeti. So I always recommend it and recommend checking it out. And we usually go there for dinner. So walking around Animal Kingdom all day, you work up a hunger. If you haven't really stopped too much for lunch and stuff like that, definitely go to Yak and Yeti and get some really good food. So some things that are on their menu that I personally love, they have pork pot stickers, which, you know, besides bao buns, I love dumplings and pot stickers, so definitely get those. Korean fried chicken. Okay, fried chicken. I love fried chicken. But if you're adding, they have this amazing maple syrup sauce that they put it in, and you do that, you do both of those, holy smokes, is it delicious. They have chicken lo mein, which is always one of my go-tos for if we get like Chinese food at home, and they have some other really great things in their specialties. They have sweet and sour chicken. They have chicken tikka masala, Korean beef. They have a Kobe beef burger and chicken fried rice. I mean, come on. Those are things I love. They have tons more, but those are some of the things that I absolutely love. And you can finish off your meal with fried wontons for dessert. So yum, definitely. One of the tipping points that really sells me on Yak and Yeti is the fact that they have such a great kids menu. Excuse me. But one of the best things, so Yak and Yeti is not owned by Disney. It is not a Disney restaurant. It is a chain that also happens to be at Animal Kingdom. And one of the best things that they have at Yak and Yeti is Kraft macaroni and cheese. Excuse me. Kraft macaroni and cheese. That's right. I said that. Now, if you're a mother to, or a parent to a picky eater, this is key. Now, my daughter will eat macaroni and cheese, but she only eats Kraft macaroni and cheese. Only eats Kraft macaroni and cheese. So, finding a place in Disney World that has Kraft macaroni and cheese is key. And it's a big reason. The last time we were there, you know, we got her, I don't know if we got her chicken nuggets or if we got her something, and she just wasn't a fan. And then I was like, oh, they have macaroni and cheese, and I saw on the menu, I'm like, oh, it's Kraft macaroni and cheese. And I checked with our waiter, and I asked, and I said, hey, is it really Kraft macaroni and cheese? And they said, yeah, it is. And I was like, perfect, done. So it's a big selling point that they have Kraft macaroni and cheese there. So after dinner, nice and full from dinner, kind of want to walk it off a little bit. Where do we go? Well, we're going to head through Animal Kingdom a little bit and see some of the park at night. So go over to Pandora and check it out Pandora at night. If you go during the day, I mean, it's amazing to look at during the day, but if you go at night and you get to see the bioluminescence and the colors and the lights, it's just amazing. So I highly recommend it. Checking it out during the day, but before you leave at night, check it out at night too. So doing that, and then to end my perfect day before heading out and before leaving, I would definitely check out the Beacons of Magic show that is projected against the Tree of Life. There have been plenty of times where I have left Animal Kingdom and I've seen the show happening behind me, and I've never really stayed to actually watch it. If I was having my perfect day in Animal Kingdom, I would do that. I would definitely check that out because I've never had the chance to actually check it out. So I would do that for sure. I would check it out. So yeah, so after that's done, I would head back to my resort, and that would be it. And that's the end of my perfect day in Animal Kingdom. So we've got some great food, some great rides, some great attractions. I would definitely check out the shops too. Gotta go in all the shops and just see what they've got. Maybe get a thing here or there, you never know. So that is my perfect day in Animal Kingdom. So we talked about my perfect day in Magic Kingdom, and now we've talked about my perfect day in Animal Kingdom. So there you have it. So that's it for today's episode of the Disney Life Happy Wife podcast, my perfect day in Animal Kingdom. So as I've been doing in previous episodes, I'm going to be throwing some shout outs there to some Disney lovers as well. So the shirt I'm wearing, if you are checking out YouTube, the episode on YouTube, the shirt that I am wearing is actually, and over there for you guys to see, it is a shirt from the Lost Bros. If you have not checked out the Lost Bros, you definitely need to. They are a kick-butt Disney apparel brand. They have an amazing Instagram. If you have not checked out their Instagram, if you're not following them, you definitely need to, at the Lost Bros. Go check them out. And not only do they have that, they have a blog, they have a podcast, Oh Boy, the podcast. So definitely check them out. They're more than just Disney apparel. So definitely go and give them some love. I am wearing the Greetings from Neverland shirt today. I'm a big fan of their Greetings from collection. It's like a postcard almost. So I'm a huge fan of that. So go check out their stuff, see what they've got. I know you'll find something. I've got a bunch of their shirts. So I know you'll find something that you absolutely love. And of course, I'm going to throw a shout out to my friends over at the FPE Network on YouTube. Go check them out. Go check out all the amazing shows that they have there. You will not be disappointed, I promise. So that's it, folks. Thank you for listening to my podcast. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. I'll just say it so many more times. So where can you listen to the podcast if, you're not listening where you're listening? So besides where you're listening now and on YouTube, you can see me. Hi, this is the second episode where you guys can see me. So, besides where you're listening and on YouTube, you can listen pretty much anywhere that you can listen to podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, anywhere. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to me. And if you have found a place where I am not on, let me know and I will get registered with them ASAP. All right? As soon as I possibly can. So yeah. So where can you contact me? I guess that's another big thing. You can contact me on social media, email, and my blog. So my blog is the Disney Roadie Mom. So it's Disney Roadie, RHODY mom.com. So DisneyRoadieMom.com. There's a contact form on there. You can fill that out and I will shoot you an email back. You can email me at dlhwpodcast@gmail.com. You can find me on social media. On Facebook and Instagram, it's at Disney Life Happy Wife Podcast. All one word. It's big. Disney Life Happy Wife Podcast. On Twitter, it's at DLHW Podcast. So you can send me a DM on social media. You can email me. You can contact me through the blog. Any of that. And let me know. Let me know what you thought of today's episode. Let me know, what your perfect day in Animal Kingdom would be. If you would do things that are different. What rides would you go on? Because I know I'm kind of boring with my rides. Well, not exactly boring, but I don't like a lot of the big thrill rides. So yeah. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Let me know what would be in your perfect day in Animal Kingdom and all that good stuff, okay? So again, thank you for taking the time to listen to my podcast. This really is a passion of mine. And thank you if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Go and like this video, subscribe, do all that good stuff with the podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, review, all of that. I love getting reviews and I love knowing what you guys think. And I would really appreciate as many followers and subscribers and all that kind of stuff. I would love that. So definitely thank you for taking the time to listen and to watch and to be on this journey with me. It means so much to me that you guys are taking that time. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. So I hope you guys have a magical rest of your week, and I will see you real soon.
Now I and a ghost will follow you home.
Hurry back. Hurry back.